Hey guys, this video is entitled The Other Apps because Uber and Lyft got voted out back in like 2016, and the city council wanted to treat them like taxi cabs. They wanted to like do fingerprinted state background checks and fixed prices. Basically, Uber and Lyft didn't want to give away any of their numbers, like how many drivers they had. Because if Lyft had how many Uber drivers there were, they can throw money out there and say, "Hey, okay, we can get more riders, we can get more drivers, and we can get more drivers in Uber." And when Uber and Lyft left, man, they put me in a bind. Like the apps for the first couple months, they wouldn't work right. Like I worked with this one app; it was called Fasten, and like sometimes I couldn't even end the trip. It had this little E, and it wouldn't end the ride. So I couldn't do anything for like the next 2 or 3 hours. I had to go home and wait for it. Uh, and There's one fun fact about like when they were here was the Austin American Statesman, our paper, published that there were 375,000 rides being given in the month of July in 2016. Keep in mind, uh, it was just the summertime. In the summertime here in a college town in Austin, Texas, like Uber and Lyft are driven by UT. UT's got 51,000 students, and I'd guess about half of them get at least 2 rides a day. That's 51,000 rides a day. Seriously, yeah. It's the first Texas home game against Notre Dame. Um, the first weekend, I made $1,000. Uh, the game was on a Sunday, and then Monday was Labor Day. In I think it was September, and I made $1,000 that Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I think I only put in like 6 hours a day too. It was like $300 for 6 hours. The thing about the other apps, there was surging all the time. Like there's this little bar at the top of the app. It turned yellow, not yet, orange, and it said like 1.5 times the amount what normally would be paid. And I made so much money, but I only worked part time. Back then, I worked part time. Um, every single event that was like really high volume, these apps crashed. For South by Southwest, they all crashed. The first hour of South by Southwest at night, it crashed. There was no ads to be used. In South by Southwest, if you don't know, is like worldwide. Like people coming from around the world to play music in our city in Austin, Texas. Um, the money was good, like I was telling you. People were mad though. Like I had this one lady. I wouldn't cross the street because it was 2 a.m. and it was one way. I couldn't just zoom, go across the street and have this pick this lady up. So like I canceled, turned the corner, and she ran across the street and bam, hit me with her shoe. And she left a big mark about that long on my little car. And when the students were coming back, like in December, I think it was, um, this one dude stole my headrest because it wasn't his Uber. He was mad. Well, that wraps up this episode, part 3 of 10, Uber and Lyft in Austin, Texas. Thank you so much. Please subscribe and hit the like button.